There's the wallbang. Don't see that one too often, but...
It's not an option. Oh, it pre-fired. Oh, true. 90 degree, no scope, no problem.
We'll still be 3 on this B side. First man dead. And second. 3.
Flexes for a little bit. Now he's going to be making his way over the dark and around it on box. Get the cross. Get a retake. Aware that it may be dark. Oh man, Frosty, he's got it.
He could have managed that economy well.
Oh, pushing grabs. He could have a second if he goes for it. He just pushes out again. This is more. What is that from QBY? He wants it. He wants the game. He wants to be able to say anything. QBY with an 80. One angle. Right into the crosshair. And he shuts it down. LJ now knows where to look. Frosty finds another. He's not taking any prison. Frosty with a third.
Contact. In position. They have me pinned. Weapons hot. Got one. He's down. This area is clear.
The last man alive.
He has to go
the clutchest out the 1v3. He's knocked down low from that already. 32 seconds left, and it doesn't matter, ladies and gentlemen.
At the beach, like the Molly 10. Yeah, to the road, my coupe in the front of Benz. Yeah, I just chopped the roof, fix my side again. Yeah, finger in my lens, got it stuck again. I said, hey, it's gonna make me know. Take away the pain.
No, just by running, and Hips goes down. It's Nick. Nick's got 2. He's made it through, but the bomb has it. Nick, he shuts down Kuno right when they needed him most.
Dim on the lights, we get high like a spend it like a fidget, yeah.
2. Oh, Pixel. He'll find 1, he'll find 2. Right behind him, could he get you in sheet?
Broke, I had to fix it, yeah. Drugs took control, she done lost her soul.
And this being offside, they've got to do it fast. 25 seconds. 80Z not taking any prisoners. That's...
Like I left some. Back in your bitch, I got left some. I ain't for that. Why are you mad? Treat niggas like that.
Everybody, and welcome back to the Volpid series. Tonight we're gonna be watching on over Zonked Sports and Team Ricochet with you finally after all this time. Your puppet podcaster Atro is back in the flesh, and with me I have the wonderful co-caster from Ribanomusha, Gladon. Hello.
Oh, hello. Yeah, and I don't know. Did they see the pistol round?
I don't believe so. We are in for a bit of a late start into the pistol round. Zonked Sports on their CT side are actually 1 up. So I guess that's that. They have a bit of a decent buy, I would say, with some MP9s, but mostly FAMASs and mostly rifles. As Team Ricochet is gonna get into this one with only Glocks, they're gonna be saving the treasury for later.
Yeah, and also no util there.
Yeah.
Well.
Only a PT50 from Ice. Let's now see as we're getting into the game. Hello everybody, welcome back. Let's we're starting out great with Cassis getting that wallbang onto Malcolm. Melty going in there and going in from behind, getting the kill onto Cassis. Picking up that FAMAS and going in for a 4v4. He is on burst mode and Ice is already half HP. Everybody's pushing him and oh, bad timing on Melty there. Bart got himself taken. in for a kill, and that's the second for Bart yet again as he's joining up and pincering onto the site with the rest of his teammates. He has the utility that he needs, and that flash is gonna go in there. It's an MP9 and a Glock versus all the guns in the world. Team Ricochet, how are you gonna play this one out? Because you only have a 14% win rate right now, a win chance, I mean. And speaking of win rate, it's not been going as well, and then neither is it gonna be, as it's only gonna be a Glock against Bart's triple kill this round. Really well played by Zonked. They were able to get this retake done in no time.
Yeah, but
What do you
nice
think?
round from Team Ricochet there. I think full eco and getting a plant down. I think that's a W in their books.
Yeah, I would say so. They've now been able to pick up an AWP for Melty, which I presume is going to be huge. You know, Cassis is going to have to play his best to go against that, but he is going to go for the pick mid, and he has spotted out one. Doesn't know that the second is still lurking. Bomb being left down at rotation. We're going to have to see who's going to get that first kill, because I think that's what's going to be crucial here as they are pushing up with those AWPs. Probably going to be seeing any second now, or I guess not. Cassis is... gonna
Just
try his luck there, and
double.
ooh, Melty, how'd you miss that? It looked like that scope was right onto his sights, but I guess just not today. Like the fast peeking, the flashes is gonna go over as well into an empty sight whatsoever.
Then they've stacked long with 2 people instead of taking side here. Fully
Indeed.
committing to this long control.
Did they have? And do you think that's like a good option right here? They are playing a bit lower on the weapon advantages, but finally they are up on the man advantage. Cass is falling down to 20 HP, managing to take out that dangerous AWP from Team Ricochet.
And they don't know the side was open. They haven't peeked the side yet.
Yet, but they do have enough time to do it. It looks like they're playing this one as safe as they can. Seeing as they are one man down, they're lining up for their smokes as Zonked Esports is just holding down the ground, holding down those positions, which I don't think will be as beneficial as it is going to be for the enemy team as they are going to be pushing in there. Looks like Jilza and I believe Bart are going to be pushing on over here to the long side, being fooled on over, realizing that the bomb has now been planted onto the A side. Senpai is going to go down, and now it's a 4v3 now. Lux is really well played there, getting a double kill, and now NLF couldn't save his teammate fast enough, but he has gotten the trade kill. He's looking for the second, and he's almost gonna find it. It's down to Jilza, last man alive for Zonked Esports. It looks like an impossible situation. The nade has been thrown out, and he's still 20 HP. He's trying to get one gun down before he goes down himself, but will that be the case? I don't know. Nobody's really pushing him yet. Seems like they're gonna be playing this one safe. Yeah.
Yeah, and great round from Team Ricochet. Just playing it patient. Taking no prisoners on the execute there.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'd say that was a pretty good round in multiple factors, not just that. They have managed to save one gun, Zonked Esports, but the main thing is they didn't let the enemy team go on a win streak, you know? They didn't let them build up, kind of just pile up out of nowhere, pile up like 5-6 rounds, because when you're at that point, it's kind of like, okay, this half is lost, let's just see what we can do on CT, and that's not what you want, you know? The T side is pretty important as well, might whatever anyone else might say. But we are seeing a split push now, just trying to bait out some information, but against Deagles and a scout, don't know if it's that necessary yet. Although you may never know, as Lexus falls down to 31 HP from that said scout shot.
Yeah, the Deagles, they can be lethal against us, 31 HP.
Oh, they definitely can. Hand cannons are a scary, scary monster in this game.
And again, NLF taking short here. Only with Senpai on ramp here with the Deagle.
Yep, it looks like this is a tactic that Zonked Esports really like, taking up that long control as they've sent in Bart yet again to deal with that. We're gonna be seeing probably a mid push here as the molly is gonna go out, but Bart is actually holding a pretty decent position, excuse me, as they're all pushing into the site. The B side is getting fought up upon, and now it's a 2-for-1 trade. Now the 3-for-1 trade. Ice absolutely demolishing whatever opposition there was down in this mid or B site. They've opened it up, they've planted the bomb down, and now they have the round assured. Only a miracle could really save Zonked Esports for round number 4, but I don't think they're even gonna go for it.
No, I think they're just gonna save the Deagles in armor and the kid on OSCB here, and playing it risky a little bit with the full force into this, and they're
Wow,
probably gonna be on-
Senpai. Unbeknownst to us, as you were explaining the situation, he just got a very nice kill.
Oh,
And
and
there-
saves the AK.
Nice. Very nice. And as he's done that, we are seeing a equal 2-4-2 rounders. I think it's gonna be a pretty close game, you know. Both teams have lost one game in the Volpid series. They're not doing as bad off as Alcatraz Blue, which are 0-2, but I think definitely one of these two teams can go all the way to fight the big dogs, you know, Metrics, Refuge, HPT, and now it looks like it's gonna be Ice. Ice and LXZ, who have just completely wiped out any opposition, as I was saying, that it is a 4v1 and a P250 at that. And I do believe I can confidently say it's yet another round for Team Ricochet.
Yeah, and what a comeback it's been. It's been 2-0 T-side on Dust, and they've already gotten the third round after honestly just getting beat in the pistol round there.
Yeah, and remember, this is a best of one. So it's definitely gonna be something really, really important going forward. I think this is the make or break for these teams. As almost Cassis. I think this is the make or break for most teams in which category they will end up in at the end of the day for the Volpid series. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I do think we are playing for a pretty decent prize pool. You know, we are expanding, and you know, $87, $88 doesn't sound that bad for the winning team.
Yeah, definitely. And Zonked Esports, not even on an op on Dust 2. They weren't able to afford it. Bare minimum of utility on Chill and Cassis.
Well, I mean, they have been playing pretty well individually, so utility and whatnot aside, I do think it's a fair matchup for this round at least. They have the rifles to work with. Let's just see how that utility is gonna get used here. Malcolm wonderfully peeked over there. Even though he kind of got the late head-in, he did get a bit lucky that the trigger wasn't pulled fast enough by Senpai. Now Bort falling down as well. It's down to a 3v5, and this is not the situation you want to be in if you are Zonked Esports. You know, as I said before, the rounds keep on stacking by, and the build-up is definitely going to be there at one point. Let's just hope that that point is not going to be anywhere near in the future, as a nade just absolutely demolished the HP of Team Ricochet. Now Jilza holding down the line. This A site is all up to him with the A1S. He is holding down a tight corner with that smoke, but NLF is most likely gonna fast peek this one, and he's not gonna look where he should. Now the double kill and the double trace from Jilza. Cassis could not manage to get the kill onto CT side. OCCB in a 2v1 scenario. Ooh, he's gotten the fire kill over there. So he is in a 1v1 and he's got the advantage. He does know where the enemy is, and there's only 10 seconds left, so he has to go for plant. Malcolm has managed to get the bomb down, but now he's in a precarious spot. He knows that the enemy knows where he is, but he's playing this one safely, and the aiming is going to be perfect. OCB is just going to go into Malcolm's sights, and that's another round one for Team Ricochet. Well played.
Well played indeed. That was very close though. With the bomb going down on long, I didn't see a world where they would win that, but very good recovery.
Wow. Wow, Melty. Melty, calm down. It's only pistols. At that point, he was just farming some kills. And I think, ooh, Bart, very nice if you can pick up that AK and take out Malcolm. You might have a shot at this, but ooh, the flash was nice and the kill was almost successfully made, but this time close but no cigar. And we've hit that 5-round snowball that I've talked about before. Team Ricochet are going to get their 5th round in a row, and that's definitely going to give them some advantages, not only in the financial district. You know, their economy has been building up, and they are looking at people like NLF and Melty who have over 8k, but also, you know, it's just that moral Timmy check. It's a stimulus check for them right now. More mentally, they are up 5 rounds. They're technically a third of the way there. If they can keep going like this for this round, they're on their T side. CT is gonna be even easier. I don't know which team necessarily vetoed for this too, but in my eyes right now at least, it definitely was Team Ricochet.
Yeah, this does definitely look like it's in Team Ricochet's favor up until now, but who knows, maybe Zonked can swing back and get back into the thing.
Ooh, Cassis.
Nice shots.
Yeah, LXC has been just absolutely demolishing on over Zonked Esports so far. It seems like after those 2 rounds initially, he's just completely turned this one around 180 and now taken out the AWP with just an AK, which he had peaked. You know, the angle was there for Cassis, and he couldn't pull the trigger. Now let's see if what was that, Melty, taking down Jill Caesar just through the wall like that, and Bart is gonna go down as well. It's yet another round where Zonked Esports are just too far away from each other, and they're getting picked off one by one. And at this point, it was a perfect round for Team Ricochet.
Yeah, and indeed, they weren't able to get back into the swing of things with that buy, and even with Cassis on that op, he just got absolutely deleted from LXC.
Indeed, he has. If LXZ, Ice, even Melty, they've all been hitting nasty shots just like that one. If they keep on going, I don't know, man. I don't think Zonked Esports can really do anything about it. Only if Senpai and OCCB have something to say about that. Are they gonna just shut me up? Hopefully. It is a 4v3, but OCB is only down to 19 HP, and it looks like he's gonna take out Jill Caesar right out of the game. Bomb being dropped, planted, and secured. 3v3. It's still looking better for Team Ricochet. They've got the bomb planted and AWP in hand instead of that Deagle. And even HP-wise, we are looking a bit better, but you never know what could happen. 2 people pushing it from short, and now the timing of OCB right here, it's exactly what he's needed. Melty, does he know he's there? Yes, he does. He misses the initial shot, and he still gets taken out by Ice. A very good backup from Ice with that triple kill, all headshots. I wish we could have gotten his POV. Wow.
Yeah, definitely. That was very quick. 3 kills, all headshots. Clean round from Ice.
Again, if the players of Team Ricochet just keep on going like this, then I don't get how they've lost their first game. Who did they play against? They played against Roblox Gaming. Okay, I get it. They are a team to be feared, from what I've heard. I really like the skins that all the players are rocking with. Very nice.
Yeah, definitely. And something different for Team Ricochet here. They haven't hit this B side all too often. It's been more of a short goes for them. Let's see how this pans out.
Yeah, but I think we can tell why that is right now. They're a bit too scared to push in. You know, they don't have the man advantage. They've lost LXZ. And now it's scarier than ever to push out of those tunnels. As for all you know, you're just cornered on all sides. OCB having a clear advantage on positioning here, which unbeknownst to Team Ricochet, If they push onto this site, they might just get mowed down all at once as they're looking down into window or double doors. The flashes are gonna go on through, and is exactly what exactly what I said it was about to happen. Cassis though coming back in, and NLF absolutely demolishing two great players from Zonked Esports. It's down to a 2v3, and the molly has gone out. Ooh, Senpai with the good angle there, taking out Milty.
Will they check? Oh, no.
They haven't yet. NLF
Oh.
almost the ace.
Nice run from NLF, but Zonked Esports getting back into things with a round. I think this is important for them to win a round again. Momentum's hopefully swing into their direction soon.
Yeah, hopefully, right? They've finally picked up a round. Instead, it could have been 8-2 for Team Ricochet, and at that point, it would have been just all over. But there is still light at the end of the tunnel, and I do have hope for Zonked Esports as they are still on that CT side. Sure, they're rocking with two FAMASs, but their utility's at least looking a bit better than usual. Whereas Team Ricochet is just in the money, in the stacks. They are looking stacked as usual, and let's see if Melty will be able to take care of this double peak that might just happen down mid any second now. Ooh, he's looking for it, Cassis. You might just find yourself a present. But not yet.
Oh.
Instead, you're gonna find yourself a bullet in the leg. Melty. He's been killing it so far.
Yeah, definitely. Seems like he hasn't missed a single shot with that AWP.
Sure. I mean, let's hope for Team Ricochet's sake that this goes on fast, and Ice and LF, everybody from Team Ricochet has been outstanding in their shooting ability, you know, mechanics as well, but I like their team play as well. Team Ricochet is a very lurk-heavy team. They're debating on getting that man advantage to push, and that is something that I do like to see now. Bart managing to find the reverse onto them, finding the stranded lost LXZ onto short, taking him out, and now, ooh, Jill Caesar almost getting himself taken out. Melty will have to back them out. Have to peel them. Ooh, they have peeled enough for Ice to get that double kill. And Team Ricochet to kind of just assure themselves one more round. As Jilza is definitely going to get done in by that fire. And Cassis is the last one alive, not even him.
No way to save there either.
Yeah. Well, what can you do? What can you do? What can you do if you're Zonked Esports at this point? I'm genuinely asking, because, you know, as far as shooting ability, it looks like Team Ricochet is just way up there. So what's your take on it?
Yeah, well, I don't know. They need to get the momentum to swing there, where I feel individually they're definitely good enough to win this game, but currently I think
Ice and NLF just managed to get both double kills as we were talking about that. So is that really the case?
I mean, it definitely is. I think that this still can be a very close game if Zonked Esports perform on this T side, but up until now this has been a very one-sided affair.
Yeah, but we know, like, usually Dust 2 is a very trade-oriented map, you know? 2 rounds go in the favor of someone, and the other 2 go in the other way, you know? Usually you don't see such terror from the terrorist side, especially. And now Ice getting his 3rd kill just takes him apart from the rest. You know, 16 kills up, 6 deaths, his KDA is amazing. And even his headshot rate is 68%, so close to greatness, so close to 69, but still. Can you spot out... Sorry. I was about to ask if you can spot out anything particular that Zonked Esports are getting wrong here.
I think their reads have been a little wonky at times. I think it was the first round. Team Ricochet actually won, where they stacked over at long instead of having someone on sides or towards short, and they just they paid the price for gambling like that.
Yeah, but the team play that we see right now from Team Ricochet is just wonderful. That flash through the smoke allowed Malcolm to get those kills and the left as well before he died. Melty now, ooh, missing. I think his first shot here. Doesn't matter though. LXS is still on that payload, and he's not gonna let it go away. 10-3. Sure, this is 100% Team Ricochet's half. But I still have hope. I still have hope that Zonked Esports can come back from this. You know, even if we get these last 2 rounds in the bag, they still have a chance.
Yeah, and I think full forcing and having an MP9 on way is, I think that just speaks for this half for Zonked Esports up until now.
Yeah, but something has finally paid off. As you said before, they all stacked long, and look at that, they just got 3 kills. And assured themselves one more round on the board. Well, not necessarily, no, we're still talking about Ice and Melty, but close to an assured victory just from the first few seconds in the round. Ooh, Bart is going to be able to spot out Melty. And that's going to be it for the 2-man advance of Team Ricochet. Not even 1 kill this round. Flawlessly played by Zonked Esports.
Yeah, and I think that's a round where the gamble really paid off, but I think the gamble in general has not paid off in general.
Well, I mean, it definitely could have gone a bit better, but all in all, as I said before, if they do manage to pick up this last round here, it's all in their favor, as look at that. The nade is definitely gonna be good enough, and Senpai is gonna find the first kill onto LXS. That is a huge right here for Zonked Esports. They have the man advantage, and they also have Ice down to 38 HP, whether they know it or not. He's in a pretty bad spot. Melty evening out the trades, and now he doesn't know that there is a CT right next to him, or he does know, but he didn't kill him yet. Bert being able to get 2 kills before going down. Now it's down to a 2v2. Ice and LF. Can you pull this one off? The B side is empty, but people are coming in from CT and short, and now it's all down to NLF. Can he pull it off? He's picked up the bomb, but he's getting double peeked, and that's the round. Zonked Esports managing to come back, at least in the last few rounds, 10-5.
Yeah, and winning those 2 is huge for Zonked there. I feel coming into this T side, they get the pistol and they're all good, all set up to make this a competitive game.
Indeed it is, and well, Ricochet moving on to their pistol round is definitely gonna... He's gonna put some fear into Zonked Esports, but Bart has been an absolute god on their side, you know. He's up 15 kills as well. He's going in for that top spot of top fragger. And, well, let's just see if it's gonna pay out here for their CT side. For their T side, I mean. And, well, we do have a halftime break. What do you think is gonna happen? Not in the next necessarily half, but like in the whole of the tournament, we've been seeing quite a few teams stand out. We've also been seeing some people that we talked about in the podcast before, if you guys weren't there for that, or that we talked about at the beginning of the season, that aren't performing as we thought they would, or are performing even better than we thought they would. What's been kind of your whole take on the whole situation over at Volpid series?
Well, I definitely think Roblox Gaming underperformed yesterday when I think they lost 16-3. I don't quite remember who they played, but they played Vertigo, and I watched the stream, and that was just brutal. Yeah, just
There's a lot of brutal games, man, and especially here on CS, unlike other games, sometimes the day is just not in your favor, you know? There are some amazing teams who can lose, even against the underdogs, and right now Ice has a perfect opening right there, but he hasn't killed anyone. Malcolm instead has managed to find a trade. Senpai catching Malcolm by surprise, manages to leave that kill on over to OCCB, who is down to 2 HP. It's a 2v4 situation, but it is doable as long as they push this one fast. They don't have a defuse kit to work with, and I don't think anyone has bought one.
Yeah, and that's the momentum I was talking about. Just come out and...
We're talking about momentum, and Melty is picking up all over it. But only one bullet left. He's gonna have to reload before facing out Senpai, who has activated himself. Activated something onto that Japanesey-looking knife. That Glock play was huge. He's gotten himself, I believe, like, what was that, 3 kills? Opening up the B site. And really showed Team Ricochet how to enter into that B site, plant it down, and hold it out. Now, a force buy coming in from the CT side. They are trying to equate this as much as they can. But I don't know if it's gonna necessarily pay off, only with those hand cannons and an MP9.
Yeah, and we see a very patient Zonked here, and just not giving up anything against these Deagles and the MP9.
Yeah, but we are seeing AKs and Galils, and they're not necessarily being put to use yet. They're still baiting out for some sort of info. They're waiting on those CTs to push, but Team Ricochet do have their diligence. They do have their discipline for now, as I'm saying that somebody is pushing down along tunnels. And because of that, he's gotten killed. Bart managed to pick up the kill onto Ice, trying to peek out for some kills at DCCB, is doing that yet again. OCCB, sorry. Is doing that yet again. Ooh, NLF, very nice. Continuously with that hand cannon is gonna get taken out by Senpai, who is in short. And yet another round is gonna go down for Zonked Esports. Okay, so we are seeing a resurgence. We are seeing them coming back to this.
Yeah, and honestly, I'm just happy they got back into this. It was looking like a brutal, just a brutal game for them, and they've been able to get back into this very well.
Speaking of brutal games for the Volpid series, I don't know if you guys were there to watch it, but I did watch one game. I did watch Axion versus Noxide. 16-2, absolute destruction. Like, I don't know what to tell you, man. It was like exactly how Ice and LLF are playing right now, just on crack. Axion could not be stopped, and it looks like that is thankfully not going to be the case here. Team Ricochet and Zonked Esports are giving it their all, and it is a pretty close game so far. But only pistols in hand, this round was bound to go on over to the Rifle Boys, to Zonked Esports.
Yeah, nothing Ice can do with his 5-7 and 44 HP here.
Yeah, but, you know, even if he cannot, what do you think he might be able to do for the next few rounds? Because it looks like T-side is playing out fairly decent for Zonked Esports. 3 rounds from the get-go. What are we thinking here?
Yeah, definitely strong start out of this halftime for Zonked Esports, but we're gonna see Melty come out with the AWP here, and I think the AWP on CT side dust is gonna be huge for Melty, and we just have to see him if he gets these impact frags he needs.
They're not even gonna get over to Melty, as Malcolm has already found the first pick onto Jill. We're looking at ooh, and a left, nice trade on over. You could have gotten 2, but Cassis's fast reflexes have taken you out with that Galil in hand. He's not gonna pick up an AK, interestingly enough, or that A1S in pit. Instead, he's gonna roll on with it, and Malcolm might just be able to find himself a lineup as Ice has taken out kills from under his hand. Ooh, Melty. They're all low HP. You can take this down with that USP, but I don't think you're gonna want to do that. You're pulling out the AWP, and it looks like you're gonna be able to get those last 2 kills and finally get around onto the CT side for your team. Very well played.
Very well played indeed, and yeah, that is just what I was speaking of. Just those impact frags, those frags you need to get with the op there. But Cass is also coming out with the op here and taking a quick peek into mid here.
He's not gonna shoot, interestingly enough, and I don't know. Nope, he's not gonna do it for that one either. Now, he knows that there are 2 people down in B, but he doesn't know that one of them is lurking around mid. So, instead of calling out, hey, there's 2 people B, we should probably head on over to A. A better call out would have probably been to lurk around B, which one of them seems to be doing. I can't quite see which one from the minimap, but they are playing around mid. They're playing with their opportunities, and they don't quite have the necessary info yet. Instead, they're just playing out. They're baiting the enemy out, and they're playing this one safely enough for Cassis to be able to pick up the kill onto Ice. LXZ falling down as well. Now Zonked Esports in a much better spot than they were last round. It's a 3v5, and Malcolm is just going in all over there. Staying down in mid, and he's gonna get taken out. Melty is probably the last hope alive, as then the left is all the way into long, and he's gonna get jumped over. Melty, well played on that no-scope. You're gonna be staying alive for one more round, as they're probably gonna be saving this one. But still, that was one no-scope. I wish we could have seen that one.
Yeah, and definitely just, again, Zonk just picking it up and giving Team Ricochet no chance here on the CT side.
But what do you think that is, you know? I've been seeing that Zonked, since they're forced into going into one bomb site, they've been playing way more coordinated, way more together. And I think that's a big part of why they're currently doing a lot better than they were doing on their CT side, where they were forced into just splitting up, and now Melty couldn't even save that AWP and LLF either. Senpai just cleaning them up one by one. 2-round difference. Can it truly make a difference, since this round is probably not going to go in the favor of the CTs? What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. This round is definitely going to be hard for Team Ricochet to pick up, and I feel that generally Dust 2 has been harder for teams to play on the CT side, since most teams do play off spawns, and playing off spawns does require a very coordinated team, which I feel we're not seeing on the CT side from either one of those teams.
Yeah, you are right about that one, but I would have to guess that it is also, you know, they've practiced for this. They're probably used to it, and they're used to their usual rotation. So playing off of spawns like you would think normally, like a ranked or a FACEIT game, might not be the best idea here for what they practice onto CT. Ricochet are definitely getting wrecked over here, not even by those rifles, but by the Tech 9 of Cases. Well, that's just how it is sometimes, you know? You get your wins, you get your ups, and now you have your downs. But you're still in the clear, you're still in the positive, Team Ricochet. You can still pull this one off. Still, not even one kill this round. Sure, it was a save, but they had half bites, some deagles. It wasn't really a full deco, but now they've got all the utility that they need. Melty is debating on whether or not to pick up that AWP or not. And he has done it, yeah. Well, let's just see if it's gonna be put up to good use, as he is forcing out short with it. A bit of a ballsy play here, especially since we do know that there are 2 people lurking down into lower tunnels. If they look up there, Melty won't be able to do much. But he is holding down the angle. He knows that it is pretty scary to go even further than that. That's a pretty good call coming in from him. He's gonna back out, and now it's all up to whoever is currently attempting to push out long. Bart is gonna fall down 75 HP, presuming that was him. Yeah. Yet again, they're playing the information game, and I don't really know. I know quite a few teams, I mean, that do play this game, but I don't know a lot of them that do it that well. I
Yeah,
think,
definitely. The calls have been on point late rounds for Zonked Esports on this T side.
yeah, they have. And I really do wonder, I forget, do we do team interviews like after the games? Because if we do, I would really love to get to know the captain for Zonked Esports, because he's definitely been doing a great job, and now the utility lineup being thrown out here. Senpai getting the counter on the left. The trades coming in here from Melty, from LXZ. They're pushing onto the side, and Melty just absolutely destroying with that AWP. The triple kill to end it all off. Julza is the last man alive, and he's going to be backed up against Malcolm. Not even knew what killed him. Melty, absolute god on that AWP. You saw that last triple kill to save it all. Whew.
Yeah, and recoveries have been the story for Team Ricochet. I feel like they've lost the first man early into the round on their T side as well, and they've been able to recover and still win the round with 4 people, which has been great to watch.
I mean, yeah, you are true, but I don't think ideally that is what you want. I think 1 or 2 people from Team Ricochet, not calling out names here, are probably going in a bit too far early, but I guess that is all for the worth of information gathering sake. And it's, well, worth it if somebody like Bert or Cassis is the IGL, as they are playing a bit more in the back. Yeah, look at that. Malcolm having no fears whatsoever, going in there, getting the kill onto Senpai. Not even leaving him a second to think. Cassis is gonna get that trade onto LXZ, no other. So that's pretty decent for them. He still has that AWP in hand, and he's waiting for people to push. But what he doesn't know is that that was all that Ricochet wanted to invest. That's kind of all that they wanted to take their chances with, and now we're gonna be playing the waiting game yet again. 45 seconds in.
Yeah, and this setup does look like it's in favor of Team Ricochet right now, with Zonked Esports looking towards this B side, it seems. And will they expect 2 people? That is the question.
Well, that can be said for both teams right here, because there's gonna be a double push. Pincer attack coming in here, and Ice absolutely demolishing everything, getting that triple, getting that quadra kill, and ending it all off. Wow. It begs you to ask the question: does Ricochet need anyone else besides just Ice and Melty? Like, they've been 2v5ing all of these. I'm not saying that NLF, LXZ, and Malcolm haven't been doing the same either, but these two have just been absolutely blowing away all expectations you had. Like, if you're Zonked and you have a kill list order, yeah. Ice and Melty are definitely up there. And look at that, he's just proving my point. Melty taking out the main AWP from Zonked Esports to start it all off. That nade is gonna do huge damage as well. Bart, only 49 HP. What's he gonna do with that Mac 10? Malcolm couldn't even allow Senpai to play the game for just 1 short second onto short. And yeah, it's definitely yet another Team Ricochet round. Malcolm blindly spraying on through there, but it's still fine. Melty still has the reins and still has that AWP in hand. 14-10. 2 rounds left to go, and honestly, I'm loving what I'm seeing from Team Ricochet. That's the comeback I wanted to see.
Yeah, and they got back into this half after it looked like we're gonna see a very close game. I mean, it is still very close. 4 rounds is not the world, but Team Ricochet is on 14, and we're gonna see the Tech 9s and so Deagles come out for for Zonked Esports here.
Yeah, it seems like Zonked Esports don't really like the hand cannon. They don't want to go for the deco. Instead, they're going in for that Tech 9, and Bard is definitely a master of it. He's gotten that double kill. Melty is all but ready to intake what is going to be probably this game-defining push coming in from Zonked Esports, but it's not going to matter as it's down to a 3v2, only pistols to work with, and yeah, the dream just was there, but it couldn't be executed. 15-10. Ricochet have at least assured themselves a draw.
Yeah, and Zonked Esports have to push this to overtime if they still want to win this game, but I don't think with the way Melty and Ice are looking, I'm not too confident we will be seeing that.
Look, man, I really don't like to do this, but I mean, I don't like to be pointing and throwing out names, but OCCB and LXZ have just kind of been in their own worlds over there, kind of been just doing 1v1s, being at the bottom of the leaderboard. They had some very big impacts, and LXZ especially has proven his worth even now. Senpai getting the trade with that Molly, but we are just seeing just people playing in their own leagues this game. The individual skill is definitely shown in quite a few players, and then there are just the team players going in there being either sacrifices or decoys. It's been working out, and now Zonked Esports are betting it all on this push. It's a 4v2, and Melty and Malcolm must be saving this round to keep on going for the next few. They've still got plenty of rounds to play with, so it's good that they're not going in overly aggressive trying to save this one.
Yeah, for sure, and I like the quick aggression from Zonked Esports with the fast B rush there. Just changing the tempo, changing the pace.
Oh, that last kill onto Bart. Definitely gonna be pretty costly. Well, you were talking about pace. I would love if you could elaborate on that, because I've been just seeing the importance of pace this game, you know? It's been pacing one way or the other. You never really know what's gonna happen the next round. And whenever you think, it's definitely a Zonked Esports round, then just Melty or Ice comes in and wipes out all the enemy. Or, you know, it's definitely, another Team Ricochet retake. But then we see Bert or Cassis absolutely destroying whatever push they wanted to do. Think so? Have another opinion, I'd be glad to listen to it.
Oh no, I definitely agree. I think this game, or the rounds, have been very unpredictable, at least the outcomes. Whenever it looks like it's going into one team's favor, it pans out differently, and it's kept the game interesting.
Definitely has. And now let's see if Zonked Esports can keep it even more interesting by staying alive for the next 4 rounds. And if that happens, well, we're gonna be in for a treat, lads. They're playing this one safe, you know, it is important, but there's only 30 seconds left, and now trying to push on forward somewhere. Senpai has been the war sacrifice for Zonked Esports. Let's see if it pays off as the smokes for middle come in. LXZ with that AWP is probably going to be able to spot out one, but he's not going to take him out as OCCB instead goes in for him. Ice still holding down this B side. 10 seconds left, and he's going to get the triple kill to end it all off, end the round off, end the game off, and say GG to the enemy team. What a game that was. 16-11. Well played.
What a game indeed, and Ice and Melty, they've come to play today. They showed up big time on the server.
Oh, they definitely have. But you know, you have to give it to Bert as well. He had been an absolute just anchor for his team, and not in the bad sense. He was just holding down everything, and I do believe that he was the one kind of keeping things alive for Zonked. But it was what it was. It was a great game, a lot of good moments, and I had a ton of fun watching it. I hope that everyone else that has been watching it with us on Twitch had as well. And well, any closing thoughts, Gladdong?
No, not really. I think just a great game in general, and both teams performed at the best of their ability, and yeah, Team Ricochet just at the end of the day just a step ahead.
Yeah, and we're not gonna finish it off yet. We still have those juicy interviews to go through, which I am really excited about. I wonder who we're gonna get, because if it's gonna be somebody from Zonked, I'm really interested if Bert really was the shot caller for everything, or if the IGL actually was Cases, as he had been doing a lot of work there as well. Or if we're gonna get somebody from the winning side tonight, if we're gonna be getting somebody from our good team Ricochet. Wonder who we're gonna get. Probably Malcolm. It's gonna be pretty interesting. But while we're waiting on that, I think we can talk about how these two teams have been playing in as well. You know, what's expected of them and what's gonna go on through for well, the next bracket, right? Because we're nowhere near the playoffs yet. We still have 3 rounds left to go in the Swiss stage. And sure, this is only the beginning for both Team Ricochet and Zonked Esports. Even though Zonked Esports are 0-2, they can definitely come back from this. They can show us up with a 3-2 and I believe still qualify for the playoffs, right?
I think so. I'm not 100% sure either.
Yep.
So yes, they can, right? Yeah.
Yes. And yes, we are getting Malcolm in, so that's gonna be very fun to hear. Okay, we have him up here. Hello, Malcolm.
Hello, man. How are you guys?
Great, wonderfully played for
Thank you,
you
man.
and your team.
Yeah.
Did you guys have fun?
Yeah, we had lots of fun because we kind of came in on Dust 2 with no practice at all on Dust 2. So we had the defaults and shit, and we had some structure, and I guess, but like the last few rounds on T side, like IXZ, you know, or Joe, he said I'm just gonna fucking play pug style, and sorry if I cussed, but like the last rounds we just full pugged, but we were without any practice, we still played pretty structured, and I just came up with shit on the fly.
Oh, so you were the mastermind behind it all along.
Yeah.
Amazingly done. You know, I did not expect it, since you had just players absolutely popping off like ice.
Yeah, he played extremely well, like just anchoring sites, like he could just hold down 4 guys on his own, like insane.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he's done, like so many rounds onto the B side, and that's why the enemy just didn't want to push B side. You know, after you swapped in on over from, I believe, Long it was holding it down with Bert, then you swapped in over to the B side after they've taken down like 2 rounds.
Yeah.
He has absolutely demolished every round since, and good call on that one. Good call.
Yeah, like it's so insane. I think we haven't really seen his peak, and we still haven't seen it. This is just his like start of his potential, right? So let's hope that the future is bright for us, which I think it is.
Oh, I think so as well. I definitely think so.
Yeah. I also want to say that this was our /coach /player stand-in last game for his entire career in CS. IXZ. So I just want to give credit to him, you know, as playing with us, even though he doesn't even like the game anymore. He just wants to retire. So happy
But
that
he played amazingly as well. I enjoyed watching him play as well, and many times I did see that he was the lurker / bait for you guys to kind of get some tactics in and done, because you needed to have one person like that, and I think he fulfilled his role perfectly.
Yeah, like he's always been a lurker, and kind of because first of all he likes it, and also because he's the most experienced player. Like he's been playing CS for well over like I don't know 15 years. You know, been playing it basically like at this semi-pro level, right? So like we just put him into the role that we think he would fit, and of course it does. Like he brings a lot to just the voice comms alone with all the experience, you know, like 20 plus lands, etc., etc.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's definitely showing it, you know. I
Yeah.
have to say that, and it's very sad that he is retiring. I would love to see even more of him, but I guess let's just hope he's gonna be a great addition to Team Ricochet's Hall of Fame.
Yeah, well, luckily we have we're still gonna have him as coach, right? He's just retiring as a player, but he'll still be behind with his master brain mind.
Well, let's see how Team Ricochet is gonna get out from this one, because you guys are up 1-1. You still have all the chances that you need to get on over to the playoffs and get a nice bit of cash as well if you manage to get in that top 3.
Yeah, but like we don't really care about the money. We're just here for the experience and just to have a lot of fun, you know.
That's exactly what you need, and there's a lot of teams you can get experience on over in the Volpid series.
Yeah, we're looking forward to meeting Metric soon. We played quite a few games, and sometimes they destroyed us, but sometimes we destroyed them in like scrims, for example. I think they're probably the favorites heading into this tournament, at least in my opinion. So I really want to just play them, even though we might lose.
I would agree. There's been a lot of like C-tier tournaments and Tier 3 tournaments that I've watched on over and seen their names. You know, they're kind of all over the place, and they're just absolutely making a name for themselves everywhere. So I'm definitely excited to see Team Ricochet versus Metric Serenity.
Yeah. We're all good friends, so it's just gonna be a very good game. I think they're very sick, but they're gonna destroy us though. Like they're so good.
Okay, well, Kladong, do you have any other questions for Malcolm here?
No questions, just well played, and
thank you, man.
You did a great job.
Yeah, but credit to you guys. Thank you guys for just being awesome casters and casting our game.
Thank you for actually giving us a great game to watch.
Yeah,
As if you have anything left to say for the people watching and for the VOD that's going to be remaining after this?
Not really. Just looking forward to play more, facing all these great people. And I just want to give credit to Losa and just the whole production team. The stream alone, it's like way out of just this league, like our level, right? So it's just insane how Losa and the production team does it, right? Just huge credit to them.
Yeah, exactly. Huge credit to the production team. Huge credit to you guys for joining in, and well, thank you for joining. GG's, and I think we're gonna move on over to the interview from Zonked, which I'm really excited about. So thank you for joining us, Malcolm, and we'll see you in a later game. Bye bye.
Yeah, goodbye.
Okay, let's get OCCB in here. Hello, OCCB. What's going on?
Not much.
So, walk me through it. What happened? What happened? You guys were looking so good at the beginning.
Overcurrent. I mean, it's very simple. I mean, last game, at least not this game, the last game we played, our IGL quit 2 days before the game, and yesterday our IGL quit. So, our new IGL quit. Yeah, it's nothing more to say. I tried my best IGLing, but...
So you were the mastermind behind some of the great plays that we saw today. I mean, props to you. You're not even an IGL from what I'm guessing.
Nope.
And you've had some good callouts in between that saved you quite a few rounds, you know? At the end there, I thought you could pull it off and maybe we would see an overtime, but it was just too much of a difference, I guess.
I mean, yeah, obviously, like, you know, I'm not an IGL. We don't really have, like... We had some strats from the old IGL, just kind of took over. But that's all, really. Nothing more to say. It is what it is, I guess.
It is what it is, but I do still have to congratulate you. You had some amazing people on your team, like Cases, like Senpai, you know, Bard as well. They all popped off today, and I think on that alone, we've had all the chances to win this one.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we tried our best. That's all we can do.
Yeah. I think this was good experience for both you and Team Ricochet. And sure, you might be 0-2, but it's only the second round. As I said before, there's a lot of teams that we didn't expect to fall down into 0-2. And definitely starting this out, Zonked Esports was looking pretty decent from what I remember at the beginning of the season. And I do still believe that you guys can come back.
If we have an IGL, maybe.
Yes. Once you find yourselves...
Yeah.
Yeah, once you find yourselves an IGL, I do think that things will
And a
start
fifth.
to... Oh, you don't have a fifth? You only have
Nope,
the 3
we
base
have-
players?
Yep. It's just me, Cassis, and Bart.
Really? So
Yeah,
who
everyone
was
else is-
here? Who was here
Jill's,
that wasn't supposed to be?
Jill's a stand-in, and then Senpai also left the team together with the IGL. So it's just us 3 now.
Wow. That must be so tough, but still, you probably did really well. I have to give it on over for you. Even though all that happened, you gave it your best, and it was a close match.
I mean, they played well. That's all we can say. It is what it is.
Yeah. Well, thank you for coming in here, Cloudong. If you have any questions for Zonked Esports?
No questions. Just best of luck finding a fifth and finding an IGL. And I think you did a great job. Yeah.
Thank you.
Well,
Alright.
GG's. OCCV, if you have anything to say to the stream or to the VOD later, to the people that are watching right now, if you have anything to shout out.
Nah.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, thank you for coming. GG's. I
Yep.
hope we see a lot more of Zonked Esports in the future with a new fifth, with a new IGL, and stronger than ever.
Yep. Alright, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye bye, man.
And, well, that was pretty much it. I do want to say that Noxide Esports is absolutely destroying at the moment. We've gotten word from production, 9-0, they are up. So, good for them. Team Taco are struggling in here a bit. But since we are not streaming that one, instead, I do think we're gonna say our goodbyes. We've seen an amazing match. 16-11. I enjoyed it. It was finally my first time casting with this new mic. I'm gonna be waiting on your guys' feedback on the Discord channel. And yeah, Cloudong, do you have anything else to input? Because
Not really, man. I think it was a great game to watch, and yeah, hope to see more great CS.
As for you, because you're part of Ribbon Musha as well, right? Seeing these two teams play like this, what's your take on it? What do you think your team's gonna do in all of this?
Well, I hope we're playing against Team Ricochet next, because you know, I would love to play against a team I watched the game of. So yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Well, thank you all for watching. Thank you for being here and being cool in the chat. GG's to both of the teams. Thank you to the production team as well. As our interviewee said before this, they're doing an amazing job. The quality is up over the roof, and we couldn't ask for better as casters, as players. Be sure to retweet it, to send it and share it all around so that more people get involved in the Volpid series. Thank you for watching. It's been your play-by-play caster Atro with me, Cloudong, and we wish you good night. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Like a great team performance coming in from Captain and Coast side, really. Like,
And we're gonna see how this one goes. For Sent by Satan. Their side, jokes aside, I'm done. I'm literally done. Axion Esports, are you freaking kidding me? How are you coming out on top of those fights? How are you turning this round?
There's the wallbang. Don't see that one too often, but...
It's not an option. Oh, it pre-fired. Oh, Woo-choo. 90 degree no scope, no problem.
We'll still be 3 on this beat fight. First man dead. And second. 3. One.
Flexes for a little bit, now he's going to be making his way over the dark, and around it on Zubok. Get the cross. Retake! Be aware that it may be dark. Oh man, Frosty, he's got it!
He could have managed that economy well. Oh!
Pushing grabs, he could have a second if he goes for it. He just pushes out again. There's just more. What is that from QBY? He wants it. He wants to take. He wants to be able to take it. QBY with an ace. One angle. Right into the crosshair Frosty. And he shuts it down. Has now knows where to look. Frosty finds another. He's not taking any prisoners. Frosty with a third.
Contact. In position. They have me pinned. Weapons hot. Got one. Yeah. He's down. This area is clear.
The last man alive.
He has to go.
to clutch this out. The 1v3. He's knocked down low from that already. 32 seconds left, and it doesn't matter, ladies and gentlemen. Hyena's Unity pick up the fight.